It's week 3 in the NFC as Atlanta goes for 3 in a row over New York. Meanwhile, the Giants look to knot the series at 13 wins apiece, and the action's headed your way. Next.
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Atlanta Falcons. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. It's an early test here after 2 losses to start the season, and a game they probably really need.
Obviously, no way do they want to get to 0-3. Not many teams make the playoffs with that kind of a start.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Falcons, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet. And both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Falcon offense about ready to go to work here for the first time, and leading them as he has since 2008 is the veteran quarterback, former MVP, Matt Ryan.
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards right off the bat, and a quick first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Ryan to throw. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The numbers for Pitts in that game a week ago. 5 catches, 73 yards.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. That one good for 37 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Ryan going to give this to Davis. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple, down to the 15-yard line. On 3rd down, Ryan. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. And his kick here is good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Giants ready to go to work on offense, and leading them out, their third-year quarterback from Duke, Daniel Jones.
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. The numbers for him from a week ago: 13 carries, 57 yards.
I can remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Throwing, Jones. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. Kadarius Toney is intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. A nice little juke, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards, good for a Giant 1st down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. That's caught by Galladay. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
The Giants needed and went out and got a bona fide #1 receiver in Kenny Galladay from Detroit, where he spent 4 seasons and twice went over 1,000 yards. He'll really help the young quarterback, Daniel Jones.
Clock running here, under a minute to go now in the 1st quarter of a 3-0 game. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. The intended target, Saquon Barkley, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now Jones. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
No pain, no gain.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. The 3rd down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage. Gano's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the 2nd drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Go a little tennis on me.
I know you like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back at him. They get a backhand. What was the serve? What was the return on?
It was a backhand. And a really good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the whole bit. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Throwing again on second down. Ryan, throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. Ryan on target to Pitts, first down Falcons. The first down carry for Davis. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
This defense is really fooling around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Dexter Lawrence able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
So the sack pushes him back, and now third and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Now it's Ryan. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got it. From the 35 on second down, Jones. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Now a toss right to Barkley. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. 13 yards remaining on second down. Back to throw. Jones. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. From the gun on third down. Jones. Going right back to Galladay. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Avery Williams deep for Atlanta. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Now Ryan. It's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. He's looking for Ridley again, and that'll bring up second down. To throw again is Ryan. Again, he targets Ridley. This time it's complete. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 3rd and 2, now Ryan. He wants it all for the end zone. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Well, he's been doing this for more than a decade now, showing that he's still got that arm strength from back when he was the #1 overall pick.
And you'd think on third down they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
And the final number on that throw, boy, it traveled an even 69 yards. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Giants now going to take over late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal. Looking to throw on second down. Jones, they'll set up the screen to Barkley. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Boy, that was certainly well read defensively, and the key to any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle it for just a short gain.
This time they stay on the ground, and they're going to mark him down short maybe by about a yard, if that. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. And it's the Saints who are out in front as that inches closer to halftime. Michael Thomas, a touchdown reception. From there, we move to Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City to see what's going on with the Chiefs. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting LA Chargers. Patrick Mahomes looking good. 2 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Carolina Panthers. Deshaun Watson, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. Next, a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Falcons. And their passing game has been the reason why they lead thus far. They've had great success moving the ball through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they were on the other end of the spectrum in terms of passing efficiency. That's going to need to improve in the second half to come.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Giants about set to go to begin this third quarter. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Looking to throw. Jones. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll punt it away for the second time. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Out comes Calvin Ridley and the offense for their next drive. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens.
Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's Ryan. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll try the right side here with Davis. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Ryan. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Falcons push further out in front.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Coup for the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So that drive, 4 plays. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken in at the 3. And he returns this to the 22.
Let's go, baby.
The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football.
3rd quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley, and he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Back to throw. Jones. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Mike Pennell. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Now Jones throwing on 3rd and long. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch.
Let's go.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. From the gun, Jones. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
Yeah, they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
Jones on 3rd down. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. Yeah, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
And no one happier to see that than the Giants fans themselves. Saquon Barkley was used a lot his rookie year, 91 catches, which was a record for NFL rookies. That fell off to 52 in 2019, and then, of course, the injury in Week 2 at Chicago last year prevented him from reaching those heights.
And they'll run for it with Barkley. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. Barkley. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. 4th quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's caught. A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Falcons able to muster together a goal line stand. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. They begin with a run by Davis. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They go again with Davis. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Davis, he'll try to run for it. And he's going to have the 1st down as he's marked down just shy of the 20. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And he'll power his way up near the 25. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. Now it's Ryan. Hard throw, incomplete. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So now Jones and the Giants down by 2 touchdowns, a little under 1:50 remaining, and they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on. Clock rolling as the Giants will hurry to the line. To throw is Jones. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Here's Jones. Jones to Galladay there for a Giant 1st. And that'll be incomplete.
The nice thing is that you've still got all your timeouts, so the middle of the field, that should still be an option, especially if you see the defenders pinching the sideline. You can run a little seam route right here and pick up some nice yardage.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. The Giants going to go ahead and use the 1st of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Jones. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their 1st pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. Now Jones. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. They'll run on 1st down. Davis. Blake Martinez, the Giants' leading tackler last year, in to make the stop there. Now we'll look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Davis.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. They'll drop this off for Davis. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. And they take a knee. And you know they enjoyed taking that knee because they're now going to be 1-2 instead of 0-3. And psychologically, that's a big difference early in the season.
It certainly is. It's a big barrier breaker because you get to 0-3, you're not thinking playoffs. At 1-2, you still believe that you're going to be a playoff team.
Yeah, you feel you got some hope on your side. 0-3, things start to look pretty bleak. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for the Falcons,